Good morning. As part of the 2026 Stewardship campaign, Funding Our Faith, Mibs Wagner asked me to share what the church has meant to me and my family in 3 minutes or less. With college application, essay review on my mind, I thought I was ready for this prompt. So I would dive right in. The first service that we attended when we moved to Summit 7 years ago from Maryland was a service that was recognizing graduating seniors. And during that service, our sons at the time were 10 and 12. And I learned that some of these graduates had spent an abundant amount of time serving in the community in the church. And that was through the Elizabeth Port tutoring program that still takes place today, Tuesday evenings in our auditorium. This, we hope, would be our son's future. We would later learn a new term for this act of service. Before you knew it, our oldest son, Will, began the confirmation program. That is when Pastor Deborah introduced us to the term Passion Project. This was something that all of the confirmands would engage in. And they were asked to choose a project that was meaningful to them and that was designed to help others, just as Jesus taught. Will started, and then Connor later led, a summer sports camp that was an extension of the church's Vacation Bible School program. Through confirmation, the teachings of Jesus became an important part of our sons' identities. What a precious gift that was to our family. Over the past few years, my husband and I have been inspired by your passion projects. There are countless ones that stand out to us, and I'm just going to mention a few. First, there's Susan Peterson, who is quite frankly Superwoman on Sunday mornings. She whisks in the morning, when everything is still quiet, to deliver her goodies that are baked at her home. Then she puts on her choir cape and rushes off to practice. An hour and a half later, she returns and she lays them out for us to all enjoy in the Take 10 reception. Next, I'll just touch on a few of the deacons, Ellie Amos and Karen Sununu, and now Sally Noah, who steward the Celebration of Life program at our church. And they lovingly care for the friends and families of those who have recently departed. Finally, I'm going to mention Pastor Deborah, because she served as a stalwart, a guide, and support for our family as we raise our children. Not only with the programs held in the church, but also outside of the church. Yesterday, she and Jeff attended our son's first playoff football game, and 2 years before that, she was at our son's senior baseball day game. Through your acts and our inspirational sermons and music, my husband and I were more recently led to pursue our own passion projects at CPC. So as I reflected on what the church has meant to me and my family over the years, I realized my answer was simply passion projects that bring us closer to embodying Jesus' love in the world. This is what I think about when I contemplate giving to CPC. And in closing, I just encourage you to ask yourself what the church means to you, to imagine what it can mean, and as you contemplate your own stewardship campaign pledges this year for 2026. Thank you very much.